Hello and welcome to another video. In this one, we're going to be talking about checking in an executable file and what you might need to do on Windows, which doesn't have doesn't really have file permissions like Linux does. I will also share my video about file permissions in the description, so check that out as well. But all right, we're going to start with the Git repository today. Git init x. As I always do in Git repositories, I usually make a initial empty commit with allow empty. I also did a video on that, so I will link that in the description as well. We're gonna make a small shell script today. We're gonna give it a shebang. I'm sensing a trend here. I did a video on shebangs. I will link that in the description as well. And we're just gonna do echo hello world. And you'll notice if I try and run this shell script, I'll get permission denied, and this is because it doesn't have executability on it. So what you would do on POSIX is you would do chmod plus x t.sh, and that will make it executable. So you can see it's green colored here, whereas normal ones are not. Of course, your coloring is going to be different, but this is the default Ubuntu coloring. So now that this is executable, we can run it. And when we add this file to Git, and we do git diff -- staged, this will show us what is about to be commit. You'll see that it has this special mode 755. If I were to add this other file here, so the other file has mode 644. Now, this is a little bit misleading. So Git really only versions, I believe, the first permission bits, and then uses your umask to handle the rest of them. But yeah, this file is checked in executable. This file is checked in not executable. And if we're gonna make a commit there, check in executable script, and then if we were to clone that repository, so if we did git clone x to z, you'll see that that file starts executable. So Git has versioned that it's executable. Cool. Anyway, that's how you do it on Linux. On Windows, it's a little bit different. Windows doesn't have this sort of idea of executable bits. Everything on Windows is just kind of already executable. So if I were to, I don't know, workspace, sure. I don't have, oh right, this is Windows. I don't have real workspace here set up. But let's say we did git init x. We're gonna follow the same directions that we did on the other one. Git commit allow empty empty. I gotta use double quotes. Empty initial commit. It's Windows. And if I were to make a script, we're gonna make a Python script here. So Windows also doesn't have a concept of shebangs, but sometimes you might need to work on a Linux repository on Windows or vice versa. Windows does have a concept of file association. So if I make a file called t.py, it will be runnable automatically. So if we do, oops, let me get my text editor working, t.py, and we were to put a shebang here, user bin python, sure, Python, and then print hello world. On Windows, if I were to do chmod plus x t.py, I have chmod on my path because I have the git bash utilities available, but this actually doesn't do anything. So you can see if I lsal, I guess it shows that they're all executable, even though I didn't really change anything here. Oh, actually, it does keep the permissions separately here. But anyways, Windows doesn't care about that. So even if I do chmod minus x t.py, and then I were to run t.py, you'll see that it runs Python anyways, even though it wasn't executable. And if I do chmod plus x t.py, and git add to t.py, and we do git diff -- staged, this will actually say that it is mode 644, which if you remember from before, 644 is not executable. So Git has not marked this file as executable, even though we've done all of the hullabaloo to do chmod plus x. Now, there is a command that you can run that forces this to be checked in as executable, and that is git, sorry, I'm reading my notes here because I don't run this command very often, git update index -- chmod equals plus x. This actually comes from the test suite of pre-commit hooks. So you can run this command, and this will cause Git to know that this file is executable, even though Windows doesn't really have a concept of that. So if we now do get diff dash dash staged, you'll see that it now is marked as 755. And so if I were to reclone this on a Linux machine, it would make that file executable automatically. But anyway, that's how to check an executable file and how you can do it on Windows. Hopefully this was interesting. If there are additional things you would like me to explain, leave a comment below or reach out to me on the various platforms. But thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next one.